All right, we are live. I'm just going to give it a second here to make sure it's actually on. There's a little delay, so it'll be a second here. All right, looks like people are here. Someone wants to say if they can hear us or not. Maybe not, but all right, everybody. This is John Freeman. He's going to play some songs. Thanks, John, for doing this for me. And take it away.
Awesome. Thanks for inviting me, Tim. And I was listening to your record this afternoon on the Amazon Music thing, and just really amazing that you produced this and like played all the stuff yourself. So congrats. Just give me 1 second here before I start. Got to do something. I do, but all right. So start you guys off with a song that I think is rather appropriate for these times when we're reduced to live streaming as opposed to gathering in person. It's a tune called Different Parts of Town. And typically when I play gigs with Timmy Reynolds, my good friend and co-writer Nick Mansfield is involved in that. We've had a lot of great times. So unfortunately, because of COVID, Nick and I couldn't do this gig together, but I know he's tuned in. So this goes out to Nick Mansfield. Mary's up at Chicks on the west side of the city, crying in her Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. And me, I'm down on Vernon, drinking the old whiskey, wondering what the hell I'm doing here. And that's the problem with getting my friends together. Everybody's drunk in different parts of town. And these days feel like you are for breathing. You get where you are, you better settle down in your different parts of town. I ain't seen my best friend Ryan, ain't going on 2 months. Them Oakland County sheriffs are damn mean. Every time that I go out there, I'm scared they'll haul me in, especially when I've had a couple drinks. And that's the problem with getting my friends together. They got me cops in every single town. And these days, they'll lock you up for breathing. You get where you are, you better settle down in your different parts of sound. Now me and all my people, we like to smoke and drink and pick 6-string guitars until the dawn. We ain't hurting anybody, just minding our own business, chasing after that next great 3-minute song. And it's so rare to get us all together. Everybody's drunk in different parts of town. In these days, they'll lock you up for free. Yeah, where you are, you better settle down in your different parts of town. Tonight I'm up at Chicks on the west side of the city, crying in my Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. And Mary calls my phone. She's been at home drinking whiskey. Said she wished she would have known I'd be up here. All right, thanks everybody. That's different parts of town. So different playing a live stream than playing in a place where you hear people clapping or booing or something. I'm sure like Eric Cole and Joni Kavanaugh and people like that are out there booing right now, and hopefully a few people are clapping too. Um, that's different parts of town. Next song I'm going to play for you is about the Ecorse Creek, which is right down at the end of my block, and I pretty much walk down there every day and just kind of wander around, take pictures of stuff. And I wrote this tune with my friend Dave Leslie. Dave Leslie's a guy from Groseal, Michigan, really fantastic guitar player, and a guy I like to write with sometimes. So this is the Ecorse Creek song. And I'm drinking wine out of a very special glass. I got this when I was up in Union City outside of Taos visiting Tim and Kelly a while ago. So this is from the Indian Lake Outpost. I'm sure everybody was wondering. Jackie texted me late last night, said, "How are you, old friend?" She told me Ecorse Creek was flooded down in Dearborn Heights again. Said she remembered going down there to sneak our cigarettes. She said, "Come back to see the damage, the size of our regrets." I ain't been back to District 7 since the night you kicked me out. One of our neighbors called the police when he heard us shout. I almost feel your hand on my cheek when I look in the mirror. But all I see there is the damage of these wasted years. I ain't saying that I like it where I'm living now. All our neighbors are too happy, their lawns too goddamn proud. Sometimes I wish I didn't love you tonight like I did then. 'Cause this ain't gonna get any better when I let you in again. So I'll come back to see the damage at that godforsaken creek. And I'll meet you at the corner bar where it's quiet and we can speak. I wish my heart it wasn't flooded every time I hear your name. 'Cause this ain't gonna get any better when I let you in again. No, this ain't gonna get any better when I let you in again. All right, so I'm going to switch guitars here and play a tune called Corktown Boys that I wrote years ago. And I wrote it about the first time I ever played in the tent on St. Patrick's Day down at the Gaelic League, hanging out with Steve Cousins and Matt Balser and Pat Carey. And it was, it's always a crazy time down there. You know, I never thought I'd say I miss playing Parade Day in the tent, but I do. So I'm gonna get my other guitar out and play that tune, Corktown Boys. And I just gotta say that Timmy Reynolds' new record is available everywhere you can listen to music, and it's really amazing. I love his songs, I always have, but also I just find it really impressive that he played every instrument on the album. There's fiddle, banjo, guitar. I think there might even be some bagpipes on there in spots. And then he also mixed, mastered, engineered, and produced his own record. And it sounds like when you throw it on the speakers, man, it sounds as good as anything that's out there audio-wise, in my opinion. So just congrats, Tim, and hats off to you, man. Give me 6 lifetimes, I couldn't figure out how to do all that. I was really impressed today when I got to give it a listen. I'd heard a number of those songs before and knew they were great songs, but it just blew me away how it all came together. So cheers, Timmy. Drinking with them Corktown boys, knocking whiskey down, picking tunes until the morning. Neath the big white circus tent, I sing South Australia bound. But you and I ain't going nowhere. If there's one thing that's on my mind, it's leaving Nancy Blair behind in all of these drinking, working people. South Australia around Cape Horn, not exactly where I was born, but Southwest Detroit gets just as foggy. And we ain't worried about a thing. And we ain't going nowhere new. Right now I'm sitting here with you I'll always be right here with you. Neath the big white circus tent in the city where we met, over some cans of diamond strokes. You still look in your finest, I've got my eyes on you, and nothing's ever gonna change that. The stadium on down the street is leaning back, it's crumbling in all its former glory. It's you and me and some Corktown boys. We're about to make some noise. I guess it's just the same old story. And we ain't worried about a thing. And we ain't going nowhere. Right now I'm sitting here with you. I'll always be right here with you. Southwest Detroit, where I was born, drank my first at the corner store, and then went home to meet my father. He walloped me upside my head and left the cash on my forehead, but I don't regret a single penny, 'cause we ain't worried about a thing. And we ain't going nowhere. Right now I'm sitting here with you. I'll always be right here with you. Oh, thanks. Thank you for the thunderous applause. So, that was Corktown Boys. I'm going to play everybody a love song now. It's called A Blessing. I wrote it about Sarah, and the chorus, I stole a couplet from one of my favorite poets, James Wright, in his poem A Blessing. One of the couplets goes, "They are in love, there is no loneliness like theirs," and I've always that's always stuck with me. I think when you're in love with someone and you share certain things with that person, there's joy and beauty in that, but there's also a loneliness about it. No one else could quite ever understand what the two of you have been through together. So I'm gonna play you guys a tune called "A Blessing," with a debt to the great late great poet James Wright. Upright day in autumn, got a black dress on, some pills in her left hand, washed down with Sauvignon Blanc. He's known her forever. He's seen all her ups and downs. He knows all her demons and why she must wash them down. They are in love, there is no loneliness. There's no loneliness like this. They are in love, there is no loneliness. There is no loneliness like this. A bright day in autumn, a field by the side of the road. She's feeding some apples to an old bay and roe. The sunlight is golden, it plays in her gold brown hair. They're south of the airport, but they could be anywhere. They are in love, there is no loneliness. There is no loneliness like this. They are in love, there is no loneliness. There is no loneliness like this. A bright day in autumn, she's got a black dress on, some pills in her left hand, washed down with Sauvignon Blanc. He's known her forever. He's seen all her ups and downs. He knows all her demons and why she must wash them down. Oh, thank you. So Tim's record's called Life, Loss, and the Pursuit of Happiness, and I highly recommend you go and download it and give it a listen. There's some really amazing songs and performances on there. I'm going to switch guitars here and maybe do one or two more.
of cirrhosis. He hated his father. He loved booze and horses, but he made damn sure those airplanes rolled off of the line. He made damn sure those airplanes rolled off of the line. We were hearing some music out there in Ipsy, drinking with friends, and I made you drive me down Old Waltz Road to that Willow Run in Lakeview, where the Blue Angels do all of their tricks in the sky. We stare out in the summertime and pretend we understand why. We pretend that we understand why. I said I won't cry for none of them rich kids whose daddies are captains of the industry, or captains of anything else. These days there's no captains of anything else. Then you said, as for me, I'll probably die of cirrhosis. I ain't got no father. I love booze and music, and I do not care that those airplanes ever rolled off the line. Way out here in MC, where blue angels do tricks in the sky. Way out here in MC, where blue angels do tricks in the sky. We stare out in the summertime and pretend we understand why.
Thanks a lot. That's a song called Blue Angels that I wrote with the guys from the Codgers. I think that just about does it for me. I was really, really honored to be invited to do the opening act for Timmy's record release. And I just think the world of him as a songwriter and musician in person. And I'm really excited to hear his set, so I'm going to turn it over to him at this point. So thanks for having me, Timmy.
Thanks, John. That was awesome, man. It's always so nice to have you around. You're super supportive. It's always great to
Likewise,
see you,
man.
man.
Likewise, man.
All right, thanks a lot. I'll pull me up here. I want to thank all you guys for coming out. It's weird doing this all virtual, obviously, but it's just so cool to see friends and family all taking a listen today, and I got a lot of good messages of love, and I just appreciate all the support from all of you. Again, that was John Freeman. He's from the band the Codgers, like he mentioned. I play with him and Nick quite a bit, so it's been a rough year not seeing their faces all the time, but it's great to see John, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to start playing some songs, I guess, and let me just get set up here. I have to have the computer kind of far away, so it's kind of awkward in that way, but thanks for coming out, though. I guess coming on, not coming out, but fair enough. So I try to get all fancy here. Got things plugged in. I'm sure it's just all worthless. I don't really need to do it like this, but it's all right. So obviously we're talking about, I just released this album today. Life Lost in the Pursuit of Happiness. Just a little background. I started recording it, gosh, it had to be back in 2016. I just laid down a few of the like guitar tracks and some vocals, but didn't really get much time to get back to it. So finally this year, with being at home all the time, I was like, well, screw it, I'm gonna finish this thing off. So I just started recording a lot, and yeah, now it's just I finally got it done, and took probably a good month of mixing and mastering. And I hope you guys can hear me actually real quick. All right, I just want to make sure you guys are responding and I am being heard. But yeah, so finally got everything mixed. I haven't had much time to really prepare, so I probably should like put this back a little further. But me and Kelly unfortunately had COVID recently, against our best efforts. So I'm still a little short of breath, so still kind of dealing with that. It's something to not screw around with. I didn't have much time to play either. Obviously, I felt like crap, so I'm a little rusty, but hopefully I can at least remember all the words and get through these songs. Another thing about mixing, you'd think you would hear your own songs so many times, but I actually, you're not paying attention to the words, you're paying attention to just the sound, so hopefully I still got it in me. But once again, thanks so much for coming out, guys. And I really look forward to seeing you all live in person. Gosh, like Nick Mansfield would have been here if he could. And doing this thing live would have been a totally different story. But either way, I'm just going to play through the album, my own version. I got a little kick drum here to step it up a notch. And mainly because I like to party. So. Alright, here we go. This song is the first song of the album. It's called Why Don't You? But I realized when Kelly was actually helping me write up all the lyrics, because you got to submit them when you submit all your recordings. And Kelly pointed out that I don't actually say why don't you one time in the whole song. So kind of stupid on my part, but that's what it's been called since I wrote it, so it's gonna stay that way. Why won't you dress like the movie stars? Why won't you only drive fancy cars? Your whiskey and wine only cost you a dime. Why won't your thoughts look more like mine? I'm a thinker, I'm a hole in the wall kind of drinker. Ain't nobody can tell me how it is. If you're the kind that never questions how we live, move aside, let me show you I'm a worker. I'm a blue on a college day shifter. It's as simple as can to make it through. So gotta stick it to the man to keep it true. Come on friend, what you trying to prove? something I have heard. I'm a thinker, I'm a hole in the wall kind of drinker. Ain't nobody can tell me how it is. If you're the kind that never questions how we live, move aside, let me show you I'm a worker. I'm a blue, I'm a college day shifter. Living simple and I can't make it through. Sometimes I stick it to the man to keep him true. Come on, friend, what you trying to do? Quite scary. Not a whole lot of nothing, there's a whole lot of something if you open your mind and see the rest of us are blind. You ask the right questions, well, maybe then you'll have your time. I ain't a preacher, I ain't the kind has the time for your lies or celebrity politicians or those corporate love songs. It ain't got no heart, well I'm pretty sure it should have been long gone. Just a simple old soul and I just want to hope for something more. Just a simple old soul and I just want to hope for something more. All right. Thanks, guys. Just checking the comments. It's like super far away from me, so just making sure no one's like, can't hear a word you're saying. This sounds like crap. Or I'm glad I can't hear what you're saying. I just gotta switch guitars here. When I play live, I usually plan my songs based on like what guitar I'm gonna use, because that song is actually played in a tuning that's just open D. So normally I would plan it so I don't have to switch every song, but since I'm doing the album exactly as it is, I don't have that choice. So thanks, guys. Looks like seems like everything's sounding good. So I appreciate the comments. If anything gets screwed up, just please say in the comments over and over until I acknowledge, because there's a delay and I'll just keep going and act like everything's fine when it's not. So, all right. So this song is it's probably a much newer one compared to the other songs, but it's hard to explain, but it's basically just like, you know, life sucks sometimes, but we just do the best we can, and I don't think anybody knows the right path either way, but I kind of feel like, you know, just a little love kind of goes a long way. So take me to the river. Come back home, she said, crying in a broken road. Nobody answered when she's calling out. This time he'll be long gone. Somehow it came to this, 3 little kids in an empty flip. Nobody answered when she's calling out. This time he'll be long gone. Oh, don't you blame yourself. Take my advice and push on to the other side. Say, take me to the river, wash away my sins. I've got the time if you take me in. Come out, this water's gonna make me whole. They told me something about saving souls. Said, oh, I know. When you're broken, there's a lost hope. Life ain't no good, you can't change it. At the same time, it's only what you passed on by, not one word before his daddy died, leaving with the pain of a broken heart, loving who he wanted all along. Oh, don't you blame yourself. Take my advice and push on to the other side. Say, take me to the river, wash away my sins. I've got the time if you take me in. Somehow this water's gonna make me whole. They told me something about saving souls, but oh, I know when you're broken there's a loss of hope. When life ain't no good, you can't change it. At the same time, it's only what you make it. Reading every book you could, you even went to church cause you thought you should. If there's a God, I think it'd be just fine. You're a little sad from time to time, you're just the way you were meant to be. Now pick up the pieces for a soul to see you, for you. Say, take me to the river, wash away my sins. I've got the time if you take me in. Come on, this water's gonna make me whole. They told me something about saving souls, but oh, I know when you're broken there's a loss of hope. And when life ain't no good, you can't change it. At the same time, it's only what you make it. Thank you. Got to switch guitars again, but once again, I really appreciate you guys being out here, on here, out here, whatever it is. Good to see you, Brian McPherson. That's really awesome that you stopped in. Me and John have actually both, we opened for Brian McPherson one time, stopping in at the Gaelic League. I miss seeing him. It's been, I think actually, just over a year ago, I got some like memory recently about Brian McPherson's show we did last December. Hope you're doing well, Brian, and I know you've been doing all sorts of live streams and releasing music, so it's good to see you, and hopefully we get to cross paths for real soon. Let's. All right. Back to the open D guitar. I'm super nerd about music and mixing. That's why I keep talking about all that stuff. So sorry if you guys are annoyed by that, but I'm sure somebody appreciates it anyway. But yeah, this is my open D guitar, and this is like one of the only songs I play on this album that's not in G, so it's in F. Okay. This one's actually about me and Kelly's first dog we had years ago. His name was Jack. He passed away, and had to be 2014, maybe 2015. But I mean, it's rough. And anytime you have a dog, that's the worst day is when you gotta make that decision. So this one's for Jack. Right from the start, I've been treading this part, that someday you'd be too old to come back. The promise that I made on the day when you came, I will hold you when you're worried, and love you every day. Through the dark and through these cloudy visions of the things we should have done. You were fighting, you went further than they said that you could go. I know it seems I'm mad, but I'm just so damn sad to see you go. Well, we'll try to celebrate every memory we made. And Jackie boy, you know my heart, it breaks. Followed all the orders gave, and I swear we even prayed for a sign that this new treatment would take. Well, sometimes it's just too late. Come on, show a little bit. All the saints who tried to bargain would just be in vain. Through the dark and through these cloudy visions of the things we should have done. You were fighting, you went further than they said that you could go. I know it seems I'm mad, but I'm just so damn sad to see you go. Well, we'll try to celebrate every memory we made. Jackie boy, you know my heart, it breaks. If I could keep you, well, you know I really would. We tried everything we thought that we could. We'll move on without a piece of our hearts we needed, while keeping it from falling apart. And just celebrate it all from the start. Had to remind myself what song was next, so shows how familiar I am with my own album, I guess. What do we got here? Good to see my sister, Johnny Escalante, good to see you, man. Bobby Morris, of course, great to see you. A lot of friends. Eric Cole's in the house, of course. Dan Precup, good to see you, man. Alright, so as you know, if you kind of look at the songs I just played, I definitely covered life and I definitely covered loss. So now we're on to Pursuit of Happiness song. It's a little political and it's a little sweary. So I'm gonna edit it just in case you're watching and you don't want me to be screaming the F word. But I thought about doing an edited version to begin with, but I just get really angry when I look around at this country and see everybody hating each other, so I end up getting angry, and I think it's because of the two-sided system we got, so that's what this song's for. Said my goodbyes and we left on our way, gonna find a better place. I'm sick of this political, lyrical phrase, same old song with no rain. These cities were built on the backs of our men, and not the price we paid. Somehow the way we forgot how to say change is the only way. Know that you think you're politically sound, trying to get hearts aligned. As for me, I'm just hoping together we'll find a better way. rebellion was the sound that we made. Taking our rights with each battle and grave. Sing that old song with some rage. We built up these cities and farmed our own land. You raised the price that we paid. Somehow on the way we found out how to say that change is the only way. Politically speaking, we found an okay. No ruling class by name. After us, we'll just fight till the day that we die for a better way. We must overcome. We must go and tell them. We must overcome and tell them to go on home. We must overcome. We must go and tell them. We must overcome and tell them to go on home. We must overcome. We must go and tell them. We must overcome. Tell them to go on home. Messed up that last note. It happens. Thanks. As John said, it is so weird playing, like knowing you're all watching and then like complete silence. It's always awkward, but thanks. Like seriously, guys, like supporting stuff like this. I'm victim too. Like I don't always support everybody I want to. I miss one of Dom's. I don't know if you guys see Dominic Ruby in the house, but I missed his Clueless show a couple weeks ago. Really regret not being able to check him out. So sorry about that, Dom. And it's hard to support everybody, but I definitely appreciate you guys sitting on here with me tonight on a Wednesday and just hanging out, listening. I really appreciate it. All right, so this song, I think I'm doing this in the right order. Hold on. I have a little set list because I can't remember what I did. Yeah. This is another Loss song that goes with the album. My grandpa was a hell of a man, and he definitely deserves a song like this. Hold on a second. He was 92 when he passed away, and I mean really just like survived way too many things. We're all just like, this guy is nuts. He's just something else. So he always made me laugh. Always was there for us as we were kids, and loves Missouri. And that's what this song's about. But if you notice, I pronounce it Missouri, which is the way my grandpa would have said it. That's like a Western Missouri type of thing. They call it Missouri. So this one's for my grandpa Leroy. Place with the rolling hills and rivers in between the fields. My life I spent working here in old Missouri. Life went by and then I died. My work was done, my family cried. Told those old stories of living in Missouri. Oh no, Missouri. Oh no, Missouri, I'm coming home, Missouri. In 43, we all were sent to the war to fight like men, bring freedom to Western France, beat that German army. Battled on for 2 long years, had friends who died without a fear, till that day we found glory. The war was done and over. Oh no, Missouri, oh no, Missouri, I'm coming home, Missouri. She was so sweet, I loved her from my head to my feet. Somehow I convinced her to marry me forever. Had 3 kids and they had theirs. My life was full and all that we shared. Till God took you and left me here waiting. Here in old Missouri, here in old Missouri, I'm waiting here, waiting in Missouri. My health went down the tubes. The doctor said you're through. I won't go 'cause you told me to. My own terms, I'll be leaving. It was 1 year before I died. They all were wondering how I'm still alive, but I can tell you why. I come from old Missouri. For my grandpa. Oh man, my rolls, as they call it for banjo, are just a little rusty there, but I think I made it. So good to see you guys. I've got more coming in. Yeah. Hey Ramona, thanks for stopping by. Hope everything's going well with you and the kids. I have like the worst eyes apparently. I can like just barely, I can really just see everybody's names and like I hope you're saying cool stuff. You might be like saying stop playing, this sounds horrible, but I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, so as I was saying before, I've got life, loss, and the pursuit of happiness. You know, that means a lot of different things. I chose pursuit of happiness, like that whole statement together, because to me, the pursuit of happiness is really a given right to anybody in this country. So I always think it's weird when we have to fight for civil rights, because I just feel like those rights should already be there. And people that don't understand that, it's just hard for me to wrap my head around that. But that's where I get my political views, I guess. Let me double check I got the right song next to you. Yeah, so this one's, I mean, it's about America and the things we've seen over the last few years, and hopefully things get better from here. Not that I like him trying to be political, super political about anything. Here we go. I remember the failings back in 16, when we all were mesmerizing with crooked little schemes. Try to be aligning with left and right wings. I believe in nothing, I believe. I totally just brain farted on that. I believe in nothing, I believe. I'm just gonna play through the next part of the verse because I can't remember now. How long till we learn to live again? There's no sense in taking hate to the grave and the end. How long till we break away the chains of this stupid little game with no pieces to be played? I believe we've lost, I believe. 8 months in, I claim my love for whiskey is the taste. All your arguments are still, and pointing fingers is the way. We need more than standing to wash it all away. I believe in us, I believe. You have to start with your mind and look for something more than hate. Find a basic sense of caring for the people and the state. Look your leaders in the eye and tell them what you really think. If you believe in fighting, you believe. How long till we learn to live again? There's no sense in taking hate to the grave and the end. How long till we break away the chain from this stupid little game with no pieces to be played? I believe we've lost, I believe. You lost your soul. Where's that old backbone? Give me something to believe in. The smoke and mirrors and your empty fears. I just song, I'm calling you out. America, you lost your soul. Where's that old backbone? Give me something to believe in. The smoke and mirrors and your empty fears. I just song, I'm calling you out. By the song, I'm calling you out. How long till we learn to live again? There's no sense in taking hate to the grave and the end. How long till we break away the chains of this stupid little game with no pieces to be played? I believe we've lost, I believe. Thanks, guys. Yeah, sorry about that first verse, but I guess I need to listen to my album a few more times. Get some more plays in there. Yeah, I mean, the real basis of that last song, it's just more about stop hating everybody. I mean, we allow ourselves to get so divided, and it just doesn't make sense to me. It's hard to swallow most of the time. I think there's probably better ways to do things. That's just me. This song's just about, this is a life song. If you're gonna label them life, loss, or pursuit of happiness, this one is life. In the end of life, I guess, is what it's about. But in the end. I just can't stand it. I'm running out of esteem from my burned up dreams that I once had for making it. I'm just trying to make it to that bitter had a feeling I could feel the pressure of each string. Jump through the pain, my fingers have done so many things. Trade I've learned, remember, with callous hands. Roll up them sleeves. Keep working it through till you have the answers. Don't you forget, it's not okay to fade away in the arms of the ones accepting their fate. Come on, just break away, my friend, and we'll take this to the end. I hope that I can say all my fears have come and gone away. My hopes and dreams were not in vain. All in all, life is what I made. And I hope that I can say all my fears have come and gone away. My hopes and dreams were not in vain. All in all, life is what I made. All in all, life is what I made. All in all, life is what I made. I pretty much always have to hit something at the end of the song. I don't know. I had to cut all those out of the actual recording, but I should probably mention you can get the album. That's what this whole thing's for. It's an album release party. Normally we would have probably done it big at the Gaelic League or something with Black Arse. We would have headed downtown somewhere and would have had a big shindig, but instead we're just here in the live stream. So thanks again for stopping in here, guys. The album is available Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, iTunes, and there's like a whole bunch of other ones that I didn't even know did music, like TikTok, and I don't even know the names of half of them, but it seems like you can get it on most platforms. It's called Life Lost in the Pursuit of Happiness. You can try looking up Timmy Reynolds, but you're most likely go down a Dave Matthews Band hole and find a bunch of stuff by the Tim Reynolds, who is about 20 years older than me and a hell of a guitar player, but I don't know if you're going to be into that kind of music. So a little backstory on this album. I tend to really like doing intros and outros, and I make these songs that like end up being 7 minutes long, like the next one I'm about to do. Part of that is like, I don't totally subscribe to you have to have a single, it has to be 3 minutes, because that's how long like the vinyl records would allow back in the 50s. Like, I understand that, you know, back then you had to do it a certain way, but I think like, to me, music is a composition more than just me playing some guitar and like screaming and stuff. I mean, that is essentially what I'm doing, but I like throwing in, you know, like piano intros and, you know, putting all sorts of instrumental stuff. Just that, like, to me, it's something to listen to. I mean, I could put on some of the piano parts that are on this album and, you know, just kind of close my eyes and think about stuff, and it just, you know, those piano parts were just kind of first take, just something I felt, you know, like this song that I'm about to do is for my grandma, who was actually married to the grandpa that Old Missouri was about. I wrote this one actually quite a long time ago, so she passed away before my grandpa. But so another lost song, and you know, the piano part for this, that you like, I'm not gonna do it here, but it's lengthy, but it just reminds me of when I was sitting in the church during my grandma's funeral service, so it just kind of reminded me of that. And it has an outro, which I'm not going to do here either, but it actually uses a public domain song. It's a hymn called In the Garden, and I don't even know if they played that at my grandma's funeral, but it just, when I hear that song, I always think of her and, you know, when she passed away, so I decided to put it on there. I don't know, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong about what they played at the actual funeral, but it struck a chord with me, and I just threw it on there, and really like how it turned out. So I hope you enjoy it too. The song's called Mac. Her name was Maxine. My grandpa always called her Mac. So. Life, it flows like a stream, moving fast and slowing, then evaporating. And death, it comes for us all, like a fire once so bright, then slowly burns out. We walk to your grave, was the last time to say goodbye. We all gathered round with nothing but the sound of amazing grace. The rain rolling in just like heaven was saying, I know this pain, it's cold. There's nothing to say, but we'll miss you. And we'll see you again someday. Yes, I've lost before, but you were there when I cried. But where are you now? Those that were missing and those that we've lost long ago will carry you home. We walk to your grave, was the last time to say goodbye. We all gathered round with nothing but the sound of amazing grace. The rain rolling in just like heaven was saying, I know this pain is cold. There's nothing to say, but we'll miss you. And we'll see you again someday. Just realized I have no way to stop the song without the outro there. So that was kind of a weird way to stop. But hope you guys enjoy that. And I mean, I know it seems like, oh, another sad song, and you know, again, like the music industry usually doesn't want you to have so much sadness in your albums, but to me, it's important to think about those things. And I mean, I've spent a lot of time at funerals, and it's something that is just hard to deal with. So to me, I don't know how you live without facing death. So that's why I always put it right out there. Just a few more here. Or actually, I need this guitar, this one here. Oh man, you guys are giving me so much love. I really appreciate the support. I mean, you guys just being here is huge. It really is just like a great feeling. In these times, you don't get to see anybody, and here I'm watching all you guys interacting, and I'm definitely gonna go back through, read all the comments real carefully, and you know, it just feels good to see you all here. So thank you again. Like I feel like an idiot having a set list when it's like you're just doing an album. Like you should know the order of the songs, but I changed what order I wanted so many times I can't really remember exactly where I ended up with. Besides when I just put it on and I can pay attention, but. All right, so speaking of friends, this song is absolutely about all of you, my friends, my family, my wife Kelly, who is probably the most patient person I can think of because I'm a little baby when it comes to like I didn't get enough music time, I didn't get enough time to finish recording and mixing, and now I got to go listen to it and do this. Like it's been months of that, and she's just been patient and proud and really supportive. So thank you, Kelly. We're gonna see how I can do this song, but you know, she helped me get things together and made me a snack before I started tonight. I just really appreciate you. So love you, Kelly. But yeah, this song's about all my friends. That's all you. I appreciate you being here. So got just 3 songs left. This one's called The Toast. I work days and she works nights. There ain't time for us to fight. All day long you come and go. Where's the time we used to know? Maybe we can say goodnight in the middle by candlelight. Either way we'll make it work. Grab a bottle and pop the cork and raise up our glasses. Make a toast. May your living be whole and our stomachs full. At least we're surviving. The stories to tell. Here's to making it through and loving you. Home, I guess it's the way it goes. No more late nights drunken about. Come on, stay for one last round. Tell me how you're doing well, or discussing living hell. Either way, we're doing fine. Come on, friend, now pour the wine and raise up our glasses. Make a toast. May your living be whole and our stomachs full. At least we're surviving. Stories to tell is to make it through and love you. When we were young, oh I know we had some fun. Things are changing, now it's gone. You and me ain't ever done. I know that there's no more time. Somehow we must make it right. There's time to say goodnight, or we can just turn off the light. Pour around and raise it up. Let's see it's all for health and lunch. One more time, you know the words. The part that comes after the verse. Raise up our glasses and make a toast. May you live and be whole and our stomachs full. At least we're surviving. Stories to tell. Here's to making it through and loving you. Here's to making it through and loving you. Here's to making it through and loving you. Told you every time I gotta do it. Oh man, I should have practiced that one. Yeah, I'm sure you noticed that end part's pretty fast, so I think I started it fast. If you listen to the album, it's not that fast, so keep in mind in the future, play it a little slower. Oh, just gonna grab my banjo. So we're almost there. I appreciate you guys sticking around. Really cool to see you all. Looking forward to doing this for realsies in the future. I'm gonna grab a sip of water here because it seems like a good time to take a break. But I hope you got a chance to check out the album. If you haven't, just go to whatever streaming service you have, and hopefully you can access it on there. I mean, you can pay for it on iTunes, and it's like $1 a song or something. But I mean, I listen to most things on Spotify myself. But yeah, I mean, I hope you get a chance to check it out. So, I actually stayed in tune pretty much, I think. That's always a good start. My basement's pretty chilly down here, so kind of feeling it, and I'm surprised this would be in tune. Interesting fact. This is not the banjo that I used to record this song. This next song is called The Bigot's Way. I wanted it to be a little like dirtier and like real punchy, so I actually used the other banjo, but I have to tune it different, so I couldn't do it for this live thing. And I kind of like the way it sounds on here, so it kind of that way, if you've already listened to the album, you're not hearing the exact same thing. But the song Bigot's Way is actually pretty much inspired this summer. I witnessed this video of this guy in Indiana just like pretty much trying to kill these liberals, he was calling them, but was just like being super racist and yelling at this black guy, and I just like, it hit me so hard, and I pretty much immediately wrote this song. It's just really hard to see that kind of stuff these days. You know, I feel like society should have moved so far over the last 1,000 years, and somehow we're just still stuck in the same ways. And one of those happens to be the bigot's way. So anyway, yeah, I mean, I just saw this video. This group of guys was kind of chasing these people through some woods, and I mean, sure, I don't know the whole story, but just seeing these drunk guys yelling at these people was just horrible to see. And you know, they were like saying some just horrible things. So that's what this song's about. And I mean, it's about other struggles throughout history. A lot of people, a lot of different types of people have had to deal with their rights, their civil rights in general. You'll see it in the song, so I'll just leave it at that. But was walking the main street lights, holding my love with our hands held tight. Some local boys, they got scared, 'cause a love like ours ain't the same as theirs. Buddy, it seemed too cold. Bat to the head I take. Are you living with this hatred? Can you see when your eyes are holding closed? Can your heart even beating in this darkness? Lord, how you even breathe is hard to say. When you live and die the bigot's way. some other main street at night. A young man feeling good, living his best life. Some local kids asked his name and what he's doing up here and from where he came. But he seems held in, 'cause he knew this was nothing but the color of his skin. And so they blocked him there with a fist to his belly and a vacant stare. How you living with this hatred? Can you see when your eyes are holding closed? How's your heart even beating in this darkness? Lord, how you even breathe, it's hard to say. When you live and die the bigot's way. My grandpa, I could have sworn, sent the Nazis running from the steps of Bastogne. But somehow they still live on, with the same flags waving but a different gun. Gas chambers and mass tombs were once liberated by the Allied troops. And somebody seems to recall, just took a madman's words to start it all. How you living with this hatred? Can you see when your eyes are holding closed? How's your heart even beating in this darkness? Lord, how you even breathe, it's hard to say. When you live and die the bigot's way. Thanks, guys. I probably got a little carried away, like just jamming there. I was really into the moment there, even though I probably screwed up some words in here and there. But when I first wrote that, like the banjo part, it felt like chimes to me, like wind chimes. So I kind of get like all mesmerized and like start getting into it. I don't know what it is about that chord there, but I just kind of get carried away, just like jamming on it. So sorry about that. All right. This one I don't think I practiced, so this could be really bad. But this is the final song here. This song really, I think I came up with it earlier in the year, probably, or no, even maybe like late last year. But I'm really into like classic country, but even further than that, like we're talking like old time music. So if you think like Appalachian and that type of banjo playing I just did, that's that's where that kind of comes from in modern day anyway. But I'm really into that kind of stuff. So like when you listen to all these old songs that some of them sung by anonymous, there's just so much soul and so much of a story there, and I just feel like we miss that sometimes. And especially in my eyes, modern day like pop country has really lost a lot of what country music is. So it's just kind of sad to me to see. So this song is kind of like my own anthem, just for myself at least, and I think there's other people on here that probably would fit in with this same idea. But let me make sure nothing's dead. Okay. I saw like an exclamation point and thinking, there's been no sound for the last half hour. Thanks, man. But no, everything's good, so that's good. But yeah, this song, I Ain't That Kind of Country. Those old time singers, they sing it with soul, nothing but a story to tell. So far we've fallen from writing a song with heart and the feelings you've been there before. So long to the old country songs. I'll remember you well and hold on to the sound of music made by the soul. No fake worn out jeans, no Sunday best boots, no rebel flags, just guitars and blues. No songs like pop music stars would sing. Well, I'm sorry, I ain't that kind of country. No more we'll be singing the veterans of war, or songs about dying or being so poor. But you'll hear about country girls dancing along, and we'll keep believing there's nothing wrong. So long country songs. I'll remember you well and hold on to the sound of music made by the soul. Worn out chains, no Sunday best boots, no rebel flags, just guitars and blues. No soul like pop music stars would sing. Well, I'm sorry, I ain't that kind of country. Go home, go home. We don't know your songs. Give me something like the radio's on. Well, come home, where they used to sing along those old country songs. Thanks so much for listening to that entire album there. I just really, I love all of you, and I really appreciate you being here. Make sure check out the album on whatever streaming service you got. Maybe someday I'll have a hard copy, but I just didn't see a good point in doing it right now because it's not like I can go out, play live, and hand it out to anybody. So that's pretty much wrapping it up here. Thanks again. I love you all, and I hope you guys have a great Christmas, and hopefully I'll see you soon. If not, I'm hoping by spring that we'll all be able to get together and maybe at least celebrate St. Patrick's Day. But we'll see you guys soon, and love you all.
Thanks.